For years, I was haunted, not by a ghost you'd see in a movie, but by the ghost of past hurts, old arguments, painful memories, things that they did, she did, they who did, whatever somebody did. And it just felt like a weight. I was convinced that forgiveness meant I had to pretend like what happened was okay, or maybe that I had to turn the other cheek without there being justice. And then I discovered a simple 10-minute visualization that changed everything. And maybe you can call it the courtroom method. I don't know. I'm not, it just worked for me. And honestly, it felt like it rewired my brain. So, hey, I'm Myesha. I've lived a few lives: pastor's wife, entrepreneur, artist, lover, friend, and now I'm a woman rebuilding from the inside out. And around here, we talk about healing, reinvention, learning to love who you're becoming, and everything in between. Living with resentment it's exhausting, isn't it? It's like you're walking around with this backpack of rocks and somehow you add more to it every single day. And for me, it started to show up in the most unforgiving times. Like I'm minding my business, I'm living my life, I feel joy, peace, positivity, and then something would happen that would trigger me. A conversation with someone, and then I'd be in my feelings again about what they did and what they shouldn't have done. The turning point for me came when I stumbled on this concept that uses visualization to reevaluate and reframe painful thoughts. And I just adapted into something personal and powerful, a private courtroom in my own mind. It's not to be punitive, it's to finally give your pain a voice in a structured, safe way, and to hopefully release what has happened and the grip it's had on you. So here's how you can do it. It doesn't take a very long time. It's totally up to you and how you set it up, how you see it, how you think of it. But find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths because I'm about to teach it to you. And then you just let your body relax. I want you to visualize a courtroom. It can be grand and small, or it can be simple and formal, whatever feels right. This is your space, your room. You have the power. You're the judge, you're the prosecutor ready to state the facts, and you're the person, the only person that's on the jury, okay? Next, picture the person or situation that caused you pain standing in the defendant's box. See them clearly. Know that here they have no power. They can't speak. They can't interrupt. This is your time. So as a prosecutor, you're going to present your case. You can do this out loud or in your mind. Just don't hold back. You lay out the evidence, the actions, the words, the impact. Let it surface: the hurt, the anger, the betrayal. It's so important to be honest with yourself about the extent of this wound. And once you've said everything you want to say, the prosecution rests. And you don't even have to say everything if you don't want to hash it all up. But see that person, see that situation, feel the wrong that was done. And then now you step into the role of the judge. Look at the evidence presented, acknowledge the truth, the validity of your pain. Your job as the judge isn't to hand down a punishment, but to bring closure. You review the case, you validate the harm that was done. And then before we get to the most powerful step, if this idea is resonating with you and you want more, be sure you click the subscribe button, like, comment. We're building a strong community here, and it's all about real practical strategies for emotional freedom. And if you ever need support, I'd love to walk with you one-on-one. The link is in the description. Learn more about that as well. So, and now the part that changes everything is the judge. It's time to deliver the verdict. And here's the twist. The verdict isn't guilty or innocent. The verdict is forgiven. Okay. And if forgive is just such a big word for you, replace it with something that feels accessible. Let go. You look at the defendant and you say, "You are forgiven," or "I forgive you," or "I let you go." Whatever those words convey, that's a release for you. This can be very difficult, but you are the person you're doing this for. You aren't letting them off the hook. You're not telling them, what you did wasn't wrong. The sentence you're handing down is that they are no longer allowed to take up precious real estate in your mind. They are banished from the mental loop of resentment. As you say, "I forgive you," or "You are forgiven," visualize the core connecting you to this person or memory being dissolved. Feel the weight of that backpack of rocks lifting off your shoulders. You might feel emotion. You might feel a sense of peace. Either way, it's perfectly okay. The first time I did this, I felt so much relief because I was like, finally, I'm just letting you go. I'm going to let God handle you. I'm going to let the universe take care of you. I'm going to let life take care of you. It's not up to me anymore. Whatever was done, it's over, but I'm going to take control over my destiny and my presence. And in this present moment, I choose not to hold something against you for what you've done. I've given you too many years of my life already. I'm not going to give you more. So some days you can do this. Guess what? You may have to do it a few times. Okay. It just may not instantly be enough, or it may be enough in that moment, but then something else happens and it triggers another thought and you're upset again. Do it again. This practice trains your mind to accept what is rather than getting hooked by old memories and emotions. It won't erase what happened, but it will disconnect the emotional charge. You can't change the past. None of us can. But you can absolutely change whatever you have tied to this situation. You can change your present moment. You deserve to be free. You deserve to feel peace. So tonight, whenever you find a quiet moment, I invite you to pick up the gavel, enter your courtroom, and set yourself free. You deserve it. You've carried this for far too long. Okay? What that means is not that you're wrong for carrying it, but that this has become a part of your life. And there's so much more life to live. And there's places in your soul that God wants to occupy with something else. It's time to free up more space for other things that are meaningful to you. So let me know in the comments, how are you responding to this? How did this practice go? Don't feel pressured. If you have to do it again and again, it's okay. I'm years down the line and I still will have something come to mind and I just put him on the defendant. I put him on the defendant's chair. I look at him, I consider everything, and I say, you know what? You're free to go. You're free to go. And those thoughts will say, well, they were wrong. They shouldn't have done it. And I go, I let you go. You're forgiven. You don't have to pay me a price for what you've done. And I leave it at that. So until next time, let's do some forgiving.